We will have a silent prayer followed by an introduction about the team from Jyoti and Tata. Then we will have a short couple of minutes, sharing by Father Jose about the road ahead. Then we will have the address by your president and our chairman, followed by the MOU signing.
I welcome all of you, Chairman and Mr. Prasanna Deshpande from Tata Technologies and other dignitaries from the Tata Technologies. Actually speaking, this is an epoch-making, a historic event in the development and history of Jyoti Engineering College, and we are really proud about it. In this situation, in this occasion, I am reminded of a great friend of mine who was instrumental in connecting Jyoti and Tata. That is none other than Dr. Rajendra Jagdale, who is the director of STEP Pune, the Science and Technology Park. He had been a close friend of mine for the last 10-15 years, and it was through him, through his instrumentality, this was materialized. Of course, a lot of discussions were there. I have visited your office twice or thrice. I have met Pushkaraj also and many other officers there, and it was great. And finally, now we are getting the MOU done today. Now we have got a lot of things to work out. This is the first phase. What I imagine is that by the next year, the entire project will be shifted from the present location, which is inside the campus, to the city, which is more accessible to the clients and customers. Then more number of people will be taking the training that is imparted, which is definitely very good, essential for the present development of the industry, for industries and other concerns. What we imagine is that in a couple of years, or maybe a few more years' time, this should be taken into other phases to that largest level, which is already possible. I think in Punjab it has been taken into a bigger shape, I understand. That is what I understood from the discussions. To that level we want to grow. And we want to be a hub of activities, very especially in the training area. And we want to bring all other trainings, actually which we are doing at the moment, to be brought along with this in a big umbrella under which this will be the major component, and then other things also may be brought in. So this is what we are imagining, and we want to travel, to move years and years together along with Tata. We are taking pride in the brand of Tata. So with this, I am just concluding that this which is happening today should take longer strides and longer journey we should travel together, and finally a day will come that Tata Jyoti combined will be contributing to the national wealth development of India in a bigger way by giving training. So with these words, I conclude, wish the best for this signing ceremony, and then to take off the entire thing in the best way possible as we imagine. Thank you very much.
And as I said earlier, this is in the virtual mode, so I wish we were in person. In terms of introduction, my name is ರಣಪದ. I am the president of Tata Technologies. I've been with the Tata Group for about 25 years now, so pretty much a boy-to-man journey with essentially a long tenure in various parts in the world, and now I'm responsible for the entire Asia-Pacific market. So today, in terms of Tata Technologies, as pretty much group with a very unique better. Tata, when he started his company, he pretty much guided us on the path of don't be everything to everybody, just focus on innovation, skill, training, and technology in few sectors. So since last 25 years with Tata Technologies, this is the company which is the only Tata Group company which is focused on engineering, technology part of the things, and skills and training part of the things. So very focused company, very company that essentially is of engineers. And when we started doing this education initiative in about 4 or 5 years ago now, obviously we do it for two reasons. One is the values of the group, which everybody knows, the Tata values and the commitment to the society and the commitment of giving back. So there is an altruistic element to it. But more importantly, we also do for ourselves, the industry. And when I say it very candidly, that the gap between academia and industry is widening every day. And we really, being the company of engineers and with a mission of engineering a better world, if we allow this gap to widen any further, it would be an existential crisis for the industry and for companies like ourselves. So we kind of said, let's act something, let's find partners, let's find institutions to partner with the right values. And so we handpicked few partners, few industries, few institutions, and said that let's basically grow and not only just change the basically landscape by putting infrastructure in terms of hardware, software, and machines, but make sure the right education is imparted, because these things are very dynamic in nature in terms of the landscape that the industry is going through. The entire segment, for example, in the mobility space is transformed in the last 4-5 years in the electric vehicle coming in. That kind of education is still not accessible to our students. So what's coming out of the college and universities, we spent a lot of amount of time, at least 18 months, 15 months in training them, in basically getting the first meaningful output from the students. So there are two elements, as I said very candidly, is the society element of it, as well as making sure that Tata Technologies is contributing in converting the students of today into workforce-ready professionals of tomorrow. So essentially, our mission is to get industry in the campus. So whatever a bold, demand-driven outcome education is what we are doing with few selected institutions across the country. We haven't done anything in the south part of it, and I'm very excited today that when Pushkaraj and Sushil came up with this proposition, and we were basically briefed about who Jyoti is and what are the core values of the organization and how they align or intersect with the values of the Tata Group. Your vision of creating an eminent and ethical leaders through quality professionals education with the emphasis on holistic excellence, and that's something which is very important. And your focus on the motto that of creating technology leaders of tomorrow is something in very much alignment with what we want to do. Technology is something that we breathe, we live every day. So essentially, I think from all the partners, as I said, I'm very excited to be a part of this journey with you. What we're trying to do is create, as I said, is a bold outcome-based approach to education. And as was said earlier, we really want to scale this up to an extent that there is a significant impact. Because if we just keep it very small in a corner, it's not going to create an impact that we envision it in the south part of India as well. So completely aligned in terms of what the objectives are. We are very committed to Jyoti and the entire team of Jyoti in terms of making sure that this is successful, the Industry Incubation Center is successful. And the success is not just about, as I said, just putting a nice looking software, hardware and labs, but making sure that this is delivered well. This is delivered with the right industry subject matter experts. So students coming out of this center should basically be completely equipped with the latest know-how, not only on the tool, but the domain. And domain is where is what we will have a focus in terms of getting a right output from this center. Again, as I said, I don't want to belabor it long. Very, very happy to be part of this historical moment. We look forward to engage in a very in-depth way with Jyoti, and I'm committed to be myself there once we have things in better shape from a travel standpoint. So thank you, and we wish all the best for this joint partnership and the journey of excellence together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anand. I think well said, well articulated. I think one of the visions that we also see is, bridging the employability gap. We always speak about the studies conducted by NASSCOM, National Productivity Council, which speak about reducing the employability percentage. I'm sure, as you rightly pointed out, this MOU, this relationship will strengthen the employability of Jyoti Engineering College. Thank you very much, Mr. Anand, and I appreciate your gesture in offering to visit us very soon. Now I request His Grace Mar Andrew Starrett, the chairman of Jyoti Engineering College and the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Trichur, to address this group.
Dear Dr. Prasanna Deshpande, dear friends from Tata, and my dear friends, I am really taken up by the words Dr. Anand Deshpande has just spoken. In fact, today is a historic day in the history of Jyoti Engineering College. The association with Tata is a historic moment. We are so happy to associate ourselves. I understand from Dr. Anand Deshpande that the association with Jyoti is the first one in South India. I am so happy to hear you because you have rightly understood the values, the ethics, and the way we deal with in the educational sector, and you have rightly understood it, and therefore we are so happy to associate with Tata, and therefore I really appreciate your way of dealing things, and I really appreciated your association, and I wish God's abundant blessings so that this move, this MOU will proceed in such a way that it will bear fruit, and as Dr. Benny just now said, it will improve the quality of Jyoti as well as the employability of the students there who are studying there, and at the end that will help the nation. I wish the endeavor, the MOU every best, and I hope that Jyoti with Tata will be able to work together for the good of the nation, good of all those people who are associated with the two institutions. I wish God's abundant blessings, and God bless you.
Thank you, His Grace Mar Andrew Starrett. One important commonness that I could see with Tata and Jyoti is its ambition of creating leaders for tomorrow. I think that's what Mr. Anand and His Grace Mar Andrew Starrett spoke about it, apart from reducing the employability gap. I am sure students who are going to be part of this venture will definitely benefit, because I remember when we were all doing our education, management education, Tata used to be a dream organization for us. And you have brought this dream come true in Trichur, in South India, in Jyoti Engineering College. We are really grateful for that. Now, Mr. Pushkaraj, now we have the most awaited signing of the Memorandum of Understanding. Archbishop has nominated the President of our Trust, Monsignor Thomas Kakasheri, to sign the MOU from our side.